Welcome to PA Timber Goose. Another lovely day in the mountains. It's very peaceful here today. Nobody at the range but me. Today we're going to do a slug test. I have my Stoeger 3000 with the 28-inch barrel, improved cylinder. I have a 3 to 9 Bushnell on it. Federal true ball, and then we'll shoot the Hornady next, and then we'll try this one here. Fiocchi Field Dynamics Aero Slug. These were the least expensive. How many's in this box? 10. The Fiocchi, there's 10 to a box. This was cheaper than both of them. I got more bang for the buck out of this, so I have 2 boxes. We're going to shoot 25 yards first, and then we'll shoot 50 and 100, and we'll see what happens. All right, let's put some hearing protection on. Double plug. This is going to be very painful to shoot. Shotgun slugs are very punishing to your shoulder. Put my headset on. Let's turn the GoPro around, and we'll throw some rounds down range. Stay with us. Here's 25 yards. We'll mark our target here. Hopefully you can see me. The sun is in my camera lens, so it's kind of hard to tell. This is 25. This is Federal true ball. Federal true ball. Okay, we'll put the camera at 50 yards. Mark our target. This 50 yards. And this will be the Federal true ball slug. That's a pretty good group considering I have a smooth bore, no rifling, and an open choke. So this is Federal. Pretty impressive hole, isn't it? 72 caliber piece of lead flying through there at 50 yards. All right, now we're going to shoot a 100-yard target, and we'll throw 3 rounds at that 100-yard target, see what kind of pattern we can get with our Federal ammo. I've always had really good luck with that ammo. It actually has a patented plastic ball that sits underneath of that Foster style slug. So when you pull the trigger, the ball actually pushes the bottom of the Foster slug up against the barrel. The barrel on the Stoeger 3000 is very accurate. I've always been impressed considering I only paid $500 for an inertia-driven shotgun, something I've always wanted. Okay, now we'll throw a couple rounds at this, and we'll see what our pattern looks like. There we go, still a little high. I think I have a bad angle on the bench that I'm at because it's so low. About a 4 or 5 inch group, still an awesome pattern for a smooth bore. We will mark our holes. This is impressive here, these are very close. That concludes our test for Federal true ball ammo. I'm very impressed with that. I have not shot a deer with that gun yet, but in 2024 when rifle comes, I'm probably going to take my shotgun. I want to take a deer with that firearm. It's very light, and it balances very well. So there's our test. Our next ammo will be Hornady whitetail, and we'll shoot 2 rounds. I have 10 rounds of that. We'll shoot 2 at 25, and then we'll shoot 3 at 50, and then we'll shoot 3 at 100 and see what kind of pattern we get. There's a wad. This is from the Federal true ball. So there's my first shot. Here's my second one there. It's hard to get a good pull on a shotgun because the trigger has an odd shape. And it has a very heavy trigger pull. It's not smooth at all. So that's very impressive. That's even a smaller spread than that one. So far we shot a Federal true ball, and there's my Hornady whitetail. All right, on to the 50 yard. We'll fire 3 rounds at the 50 yard and see what the Hornady ammo can do at that range. There's hole number 1 of Hornady, and I made no adjustments to my scope whatsoever. I did not change my hold on anything. 1 touch in the black circle and 2 touching at 50 yards. Very impressive. I'm starting to get a cluster here, so my shotgun is very consistent. I can easily lower my gun to move this pattern to a lower center, but I'm not going to do that. I want to keep this test as true as possible and make no adjustments to my scope whatsoever. So this is a really good group. The Hornadys are actually touching, but the Federal True Balls aren't very far behind because they have a very tight pattern. This one I probably just got lucky, but so far it's shooting very consistent in the same spot. Let's go to 100 yards next. Very impressive results. I flinched again. My shoulder's starting to take a pounding. So I have 1 flyer up here. That's a Hornady. And I have 2 touching slugs right here at 100 yards. Federal True Balls are down here. That one is my fault. So we have 1 more kind of ammo to shoot. So far, there's your winner right there, Hornady ammo. And again, I could very easily bring this down about 4 or 5 clicks, and I should be able to pretty much cut this out with that 72 caliber round. Okay, back to 25 yards. We will try our Fiocchi ammo, and we'll start the process over 2 rounds at 25, 3 at 50, and 3 at 100. And now we will see who makes the most accurate Foster style slugs for my Stoeger 3000M. Fiocchi round number 3. I have 2 holes on the top of the target, which actually isn't too bad. I had an ammunition problem back there. We'll talk about it at the end of the video. That particular style of Foster slug is actually slower than the other 2. It's coming out of the barrel at 1,300 feet per second, so that's probably a lighter load. The other 2 had no problem clearing my action with the inertia-driven shotgun, but unfortunately the Fiocchi cannot cycle the action with my shotgun. So we'll mark this here. Put an F on there. Fiocchi, not bad, but definitely a slower round. It has a very light recoil to it, which may work better for some shooters if you're recoil sensitive. A 12 gauge slug has a lot of recoil. It's very similar to shooting a 45-70, which I've hunted with for a lot of years. Those 2 rounds are almost identical as far as recoil and the size of the lead that comes out of the end of that gun. Okay, here's 50 yards. $50 yards, Fiocchi ammo. There's my group. Still not too bad. It doesn't have a lot of energy, so the recoil is very light on there. It's actually very tolerable. But I probably would not use that round for deer. You might have an issue with it, and you may lose your harvest. So there's a Fiocchi. Still about a 4 to 6 inch group. This is much better. Now we'll fire at the 100 yards with a Fiocchi, and we'll see what we can do with that. Let's put Fiocchi on the board. That is the final round of our test. Fiocchi failed terribly. Here's one round there. And that actually looks like two. It could be one. Well, the other one could have missed. I'm not sure. But the winner of all three kinds of Foster style slugs is a Hornady. Velocity of the Fiocchi is 1,300 feet per second. Hornady is producing 1,600 feet per second. Federal True Ball is producing 1,600 feet per second also. So these two are very similar. But the Hornady is much more accurate and very consistent. If I was going to buy more ammo, I would buy the Hornady whitetail first. And as far as price point, the Federal True Ball seems to be the best. Let's pull our targets down. We'll go back to the bench and I'll talk about the slug differences and a few of my thoughts at the end of this test. The winner of the ammo test today would be Hornady American Whitetail. This was the most accurate out of all three of them. The velocity on the Hornady is 1,600 feet per second. The velocity on the Federal True Ball is 1,600 feet per second. These are very similar, and I would pick these first if I was looking for slug ammo to shoot out of my smoothbore shotgun. The Federal True Ball has a better price point. These are usually much cheaper. Sometimes you can find these on sale. And the Fiocchi flies at 1,300 feet per second. So this is probably only good out to about 50 yards. Beyond 50 yards, it's starting to lose energy and it's starting to destabilize. This was a better choice. If you want to just do some plinking at close range, this would probably be the way to go. These were about $12. These came from Bass Pro, and there are 10 rounds in here, which is understandable why they're so inexpensive. The whitetail were about $12 to $13. That also came from Bass Pro. And the Hornady True Ball came from Midway USA, because at the time Bass Pro did not have these. I buy a lot of ammo from Midway USA because they always seem to have things in stock. Okay, there's the winner of today's challenge. Hornady wins again, as they usually do with a lot of their ammo and their reloading components and their bullets. Thanks for watching PA Timber Ghost. Give this video a like. Hit that subscribe button to help my channel grow. All of my old videos are transferred from PA Timber Ghost to PA Timber Ghost 2. So now all the videos will be current and up to date. As always, give all my videos a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. And next time you go deer hunting and you want to buy some Foster style ammo, this would be my choice. This would be number 1. Federal True Ball would be number 2. Price and availability have a lot to do with ammo. Both of these are very reasonable and they're also very accurate. One final thought. I shot 3-inch magnums for quite a few years, and I had another hunter tell me that you're only gaining 50 feet per second. So the muzzle blast was pretty significant on the 3-inch, plus the damage it was doing to my shoulder, so I flinched every time I pulled the trigger. 2 3/4 is actually much more accurate, and you're not going to flinch or close your eyes when you pull the trigger, because you know it's not going to punish you as much as a 3-inch magnum. So there we go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Thanks for watching PA Timber Ghost once again. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to the channel. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. One final mention. At 1,300 feet per second, it cannot work the action on my Stoeger 3000. None of those ejected. I had to pull them out. There's a dent in the brass from the action slamming on that, and this one here got stuck on the end. Every one of those I had to take out by hand. It just will not eject the empty. See you on the next video. Give it a thumbs up.